Attention passionate New York Giants fans. Latest news, something big is happening in the NFC East and it could change the game. We're talking about a direct impact on New York Giants' path to another Super Bowl run, a power shift that could leave a division rival stumbling for years. We're bringing this to you firsthand. But before that, if you're a true New York Giants fan, subscribe to the channel to strengthen this passion even more. Show that you're also part of this family. Let's help each other reach 1,000 subscribers. Share with your friends and New York Giants fans. Let's get to the news. Now, folks, if you're a Giants supporter, you know how unpredictable this season has been so far. The NFC East, as always, remains one of the most competitive and unpredictable divisions in the entire league. Every week, it feels like anything can happen, and right now, the Giants are in a position where strategic moves could really define their future. And one of those moves that's being discussed heavily behind the scenes, according to some trusted sources like Diana Rossini, is a potential trade involving Schoen Jennings. Yes, you heard that right. The San Francisco 49ers, who have been struggling lately, especially with injuries and a less-than-stellar offensive output, are apparently open to trading Jennings. And the choice of a trade target is quite eye-opening, a second-round pick in 2026. Why would the 49ers consider such a move? Well, it's all about cap space and strategic planning. The Niners, currently sitting at a 3-5 record, are dealing with injuries that have decimated their attack, which is averaging only 24 points per game. They're also facing issues with their defense, which is allowing a hefty 4-0 sacks per game, a stat that's quite concerning given their Super Bowl aspirations. So by shipping out Jennings, who is a talented and versatile receiver, they aim to free up about $7 million in cap space. This extra money is crucial for them to extend contracts for their young talents, particularly Brock Purdy, who's been a bright spot but still needs some stability and support from the front office. Now, for the Giants, this potential trade could be a game changer. They're currently sitting at 2-6, a disappointing record that puts their playoff hopes in jeopardy, especially after a tough loss in Week 8. But they're also a team that's trending upward in some areas, and adding a player like Jennings could provide an immediate boost, especially at the wide receiver position. With Malik Neighbors currently out due to an ankle injury and Jackson Dart looking for more reliable targets, Jennings could step right in as their WR2, creating mismatches and giving the offense a new dimension. Let's talk a bit about Jennings himself. The guy is a physical slot receiver with a pretty impressive resume so far in his career. In 2024, he's accumulated over 150 yards and 14 touchdowns with an average of 4 yards per reception. He's a player who excels in contested catches with a catch rate of around 70%, and he's been a reliable option in the red zone, scoring 7 touchdowns in 2024. Despite battling a wrist injury that limited him to just 6 games, Jennings has shown resilience and toughness reminiscent of Julian Edelman, fighting through adversity and consistently making plays. His PFF grade of 83.7 in 2024 reflects his overall value, and his ability to create yards after the catch, averaging nearly 6 yards YAC, makes him a threat on third downs, where he can reliably move the chains. In terms of his current season performance, Jennings has been targeted 18 times for 212 yards and a touchdown. His efficiency in the slot, where he lines up about 68% of the time, is a huge asset for any offense. His physicality and ability to win contested throws make him a perfect fit for the Giants' scheme under Brian Daboll, who loves versatile receivers capable of stretching defenses and making tough catches under pressure. Now, if we look at the broader picture, the 49ers are not just considering this trade from a cap perspective, but also from a strategic reset point. They're sitting at +8, 0 odds to win the Super Bowl, which reflects their current struggles and the uncertainty around their offensive consistency. Brock Purdy, the quarterback, has been inconsistent at times, with a QBR of 82.4, and many analysts are skeptical about their playoff chances if they don't shore up their line and receive a boost in their attack. The trade for Jennings could be seen as a way to shake things up, to add a spark, and to give Purdy a reliable target who can win contested catches and extend drives. For the Giants, acquiring Jennings isn't just about adding a receiver, it's about transforming the entire offense. As it stands, the Giants are struggling with their offensive line, which is giving up too many sacks, an average of 3.2 per game, which is quite high. Jennings' ability to create yards after the catch and his knack for making tough catches on third down could help alleviate some of the pressure on the offensive line. His presence on the field would stretch defenses and open up lanes for Devin Singletary, who's been running hard but needs more space to operate. With Jennings in the lineup, the Giants could see a significant uptick in their red zone efficiency, where they currently convert around 35% of their trips into touchdowns. Jennings' ability to be a reliable red zone target, with 7 touchdowns in 2024, could push that number closer to 41% or even higher, turning more drives into points. That's exactly what they need to stay competitive in a division where every possession counts. Now, looking ahead to the potential playoff picture, the impact Jennings could have is substantial. If he joins the Giants, his presence could elevate their chances of making a deeper run. The odds for the Giants to win the Super Bowl are currently around plus 30-0, but with Jennings, those odds could climb significantly, perhaps down to plus 12-0. His ability to be a game-changer in the playoffs, especially against tough defenses like that of the Philadelphia Eagles, is what makes him such an intriguing addition. If he can help increase red zone touchdowns from 48% to over 60%, that could be the difference between an early exit and a deep postseason run. In a broader sense, this move symbolizes the Giants' ambitious approach this season. They're not just looking to patch holes, they want to overhaul and elevate their entire attack. Jennings, with his physical style and clutch performance, could become a focal point in their offense, reminiscent of some of the great receivers in Giants history who brought resilience and big play ability to the team. Think about how Plaxico Burress once transformed the Giants' offense in Super Bowl XLII. Jennings could be that kind of catalyst, especially when paired with a young quarterback like Jackson Dart, who is still developing but has shown flashes of talent. The coaching staff, led by Brian Daboll, is known for their creativity and ability to maximize their players' strengths. With Jennings, they can implement schemes that stretch the field and create mismatches, especially on third downs where they need to sustain drives. His contested catch skills and red zone reliability are exactly what this offense needs to move from a good team to a great one capable of contending for championships. And don't forget, the Giants are building a young, talented defense that's starting to gel, and adding a veteran-like presence in Jennings could help them take that next step towards becoming a true contender. Of course, every trade has its risks. The Giants would be giving up a future second-round pick, which is a significant investment, and there's always the chance that Jennings' injury history could pose problems. But if he stays healthy and continues to produce at the level he's shown this year, his addition could be a turning point. It's about making strategic moves that set the franchise up for sustained success, especially when the NFC East is as competitive as ever. And finally, as fans, we have to keep an eye on how this unfolds. Will the Giants pull the trigger on this trade? Will Jennings become a key piece in their playoff puzzle? It's an exciting time for Giants supporters, and the possibilities are endless. With the right pieces in place, this team could surprise everyone and make a run that nobody saw coming. That's the beauty of the NFL. Every season is a new story waiting to be written, and right now, we're on the cusp of something potentially special for the New York Giants. Pause here just for a second. If you want the YouTube algorithm to keep recommending the latest New York Giants news to you, it's super important that you leave a like on this video. Go ahead, it's quick and it makes a big difference. Thank you. Now let us continue with the big reveal. And now, New York Giants fans, I want to hear from you. What's your take on this potential trade? Do you believe Jennings can be the spark that pushes this team towards the playoffs and beyond? Drop your thoughts in the comments below. Your opinion matters so much to us and to the Giants. And don't forget, I'll be back soon with more updates. So stay tuned for the latest Giants news because this season still has many surprises in store. Thanks for sticking with me, and as always, let's go Giants.